Standard 12th Business Mathematics Exercise 9.2 18th question. Using Fisher's ideal formula, compute price index number for 1999 with 1996 as the base year. Given the following, your values are given here. The years is given 1996 and 1999. This is your base year and this is your current year. Normally the question will be like commodities, then the year, then price and quantity. Okay, here they have just changed and given it as commodity here towards your horizontal side, and here is given in the vertical side. Okay, normally this will be here and this will be here. Okay, so be careful when you are taking it. So commodity A is, and that price and quantity is given 5, 10, 4, 12. Then for your commodity B, again price and quantity 8, 6, 7, 7 is given. And for commodity C, price and quantity is 6, 3, 5, 4. So we'll have to rewrite your question first, then we'll have to proceed it. Okay, so we'll just take the commodity here. Then your base year, that is 1996, and your current year is 1999. So we'll just write your values. Okay, so here base year P0, Q0 will be there, and here P1, Q1 will be there. Now your years is, we have just written it here. Then the commodity A, B, C, I'll just write here. A is here, B and C. So three commodities, we'll take it in vertical wise. Okay, now price is 5, and here again 8, again 6. Okay, so that price we'll have to write it here in your price column for your base year. Okay, so P0, in the place of P0 we'll have to write all the prices in the year of 1996. So 5, 8, 6. So then the quantity, again for the base year you'll have to write it in Q0. So here quantity is 10. Then for the commodity B, quantity is 6. For commodity C, quantity is 3. Next, for your current year, for this year you'll have to write it again price separately, quantity separately. Okay, so price is here 4, 7 and 5. So in P1 you'll have to write 4, 7, 5, and in Q1, that is your quantity, all these quantities you'll have to write it, that is 12, 7 and 4. So 12, 7, 4. So we'll just draw a table here. Next we'll take the columns in this order, that is first is P0, Q0, P1, Q1. Order will be in this format: first and second, then first and fourth, then third and second, third and fourth. That is with P0, P0, Q0, again P0, Q1, then P1, Q0, again P1, Q1. Okay, so we'll just write the order here. Whichever formula you can take the same order. Okay, so P0, Q0. Next is P0, Q1. Okay, so P0, Q1. The third column will be P1, Q0, P1, Q0. The next is P1, Q1, P1, Q1. So you can take this order. Now we'll have to multiply using these values. Okay, first is P0, Q0. Okay, so these two columns you'll have to multiply. So 5 into 10 you'll get 50. 8 into 6 you'll get 48. 6 into 3 you'll get 18. Next is P0, Q1. That is the first and last you'll have to multiply. So 5 into 12 you'll get 60. 8 into 7 you'll get 56. 6 into 4 you'll get 24. Next is P1, Q0. P1 is here, Q0. That is your second column and third column you'll have to multiply. So 10 into 4 is 40. 6 into 7 is 42. 3 into 5 is 15. The last column is P1, Q1. So P1, Q1 it is here. So last two columns you'll have to multiply. 4 12s you'll get 48. 7 7s you'll get 49. 5 4s you'll get 20. Now you'll have to find the summation for all these four columns. The summation you'll have to find it. Summation P0, Q0. Adding all these you'll get your answer 116. Next is summation P0, Q1. Adding you'll get 140. Summation P1, Q0. Adding you'll get 97. Then summation P1, Q1. Adding all these values you'll get 117. Now you'll have to substitute in your Fisher ideal formula. Okay, so your formula is Fisher's ideal index formula. P01F, that is equal to root of sigma P1 Q naught divided by sigma P naught Q naught into sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P naught Q1 into 100. So how to remember your formula is, keep your P1 P naught in the numerator and denominator. With that multiply your Q naught and Q naught. Okay, so Q naught is same here. Same again, P1 and P naught in the numerator and denominator. Instead of Q naught, you will have to multiply by Q1, you will get your second part. Okay, so no need to mug it up. You can remember like this. Okay, so into 100, now you will have to substitute your value, that is root of P1 Q naught with sigma. So you will have your third column 97 divided by P naught Q naught, that is your first column 116 into P1 Q1, that is your last column 117 divided by P naught Q1, that is your second column 140 into 100 is separately out. So which is equal to root of 97 into 117, you will get your answer 11349 divided by 116 into 140, you will get your answer 16240 into your 100 is outside. Okay, so which is equal to root of, you will get 0.6988, that is you will have to divide these two numbers, you will get this answer into 100. Now root of your value 0.6988, you will have to find root. So the answer will be 0.8359 into 100. So multiply by 100. You will have to move your digit. Okay, decimal point you will have to remove it. That is 83.59 you will get. Otherwise you can write it as 83.6. Okay, since if this is more than 5, you can add one number to the before number, you will get 83.6. Conclusion, you will have to write it for 100%, that is for your percentage we will have to see it, but we have got only 83.6. okay, normally that will be more than 100, but in this sum it is less than 100. So subtract from your 100, that is 83.6, you will get your answer 16.41. Therefore that is a decrease. Okay, it is not an increase. So only in this sum you will have a decrease in the price. Okay, so therefore the conclusion you can write it as, on an average there is a decrease of, subtracting you will get 16.41% in the price of commodities for the current year your current year is 1999. Okay, so 1999 as compared to the base year your base year is 1996. So comparing with your base year and your current year, you will get your decrease. Okay, so your percentage of decrease is 16.41%. So this is the answer for your 18th question. 19th question, calculate Fisher's index number of the following data. Also show that it satisfies time reversal test. Your commodity is given food, fuel, clothing, wheat and others. And your years is given, this is your base year and this is your current year. Okay, so your price and quantity for your base year it is given, so we'll just mark that as P0 and Q0. The data are here. Again for your price and quantity for your current year it is P1 and Q1. Again the data are here. Okay, so for the multiplying, just take this order, P0 Q0 P1 Q1. So that is first and second, first and fourth you will have to multiply. Then third and second, third and fourth you will have to multiply. So always take this order, whichever formula comes. Okay, whether it is Fisher's or Pashi or Laspi. Okay, whichever it is there, you will have to take this format. Okay, just have this in your mind and take in this format. So you will have P0 Q0, that is your first column. Second is P0 Q1 Next is P1 Q0, and here it is your third one. Okay, P1 Q0. The last one is P1 Q1. So we'll just draw columns here. Okay. So first is P0 Q0, you'll have to multiply. Okay. So P0 Q0 it is here, that is first column, and the second column you'll have to multiply. 40 into 12 you'll get 480. 72 into 14 you'll get 1008. 36 into 10 you'll get 360. 20 into 6 you'll get 120. 46 into 8 you'll get 368. Then your second column is P0 Q1. Your first and last you'll have to multiply. That is what I just drawn it here. First and last column you'll have to multiply. Okay, so 40 into 14 you get it as 560. 72 into 20 you'll get 1440. 36 into 15 you'll get 540. 20 into 4 it will be 80. 46 into 6 276. Next your third column P1 Q0. Here we have just drawn it. Second and third column you'll have to multiply it. Okay, so here it is 12 and 65 you'll have to multiply. You'll get 780. 14 into 78, if you multiply, you will get 1092. 10 into 36, you will get 360. 6 into 42 will be 252. 8 into 52, you will get 416. The next is last column P1 Q1. So the last two columns you'll have to multiply. That is what I have just drawn it here, P1 Q1. Okay. So P1 and Q1 multiplying, you'll get 65 into 14, you'll get 910. 78 into 20, you'll get 1560. 36 into 15, you'll get 540. 42 into 4, you'll get 168. 52 into 6 you'll get 312. So now you'll have to find the summation for all these four columns. So first one is summation of P0 Q0, that is adding all these numbers you get 2336. Next is P0 Q1, that is a summation, adding all these numbers you'll get it as 2896. The third column is P1 Q0, the summation you'll get 2900. The last column is P1 Q1. The summation will be 3490. So next is Fisher's index number only they have asked. So your formula is Fisher's index number. The formula will be P01F, that is your format, which is equal to root of sigma P1 Q0 divided by sigma P0 Q0 into sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q1 into 100. 100 is separately outside, okay, not in the square root. So just substituting all these values, that is square root of sigma P1 Q0. P1 Q0 is this column. So 2900 divided by sigma P0 Q0. That is your first column answer. 2336 into sigma P1 Q1. So your last column answer 3490 divided by sigma P0 Q1. That is your second column answer. It is 2896 into 100 separately outside. So which is equal to, multiplying both the numerator, you will get it as root of, you will get your answer 10121000. You can use your calculation and check it, okay, divided by, multiplying these two numbers, you will get your answer 6765 0.056 into 100. So which is equal to root of, so dividing the numerator divided by the denominator, you will get it as 1.496 into 100, which is equal to root of 1.496, you will get 1.223 into this 100, which is equal to 122.3. So this is your Fisher index number answer. Okay. For 100 you will have to check it here. 122.3 is there. So the percentage of increase is 22.3. Okay. So therefore you can declare your answer as, on an average, there is an increase of 22.3% in the price of commodities by, they've asked you to find Fisher's index only. Okay, so Fisher's index number for the current year (2017) as compared to the base year 2016. So your second part is show that it satisfies time reversal test. Okay, so we have to check the time reversal test satisfies or not. So time reversal test, so for that what you'll have to do is to prove P01 into P10, the answer should be 1. Okay, so if we get the answer 1, then we can say that time reversal test is satisfied. Okay, the formula is P01 into P10, which is equal to root of sigma P1 Q0 divided by sigma P0 Q0 into sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q1. This is what we had in your Fisher's index number formula. Okay, the first part will be there as it is, into again root of, so the next one is, wherever 1 is there in your this formula, you will have to convert it to 0. Okay, so 1 has to be replaced by 0 and 0 has to be replaced by 1. Okay, so you will get it as sigma P1 means we will have to write P0 Q1 divided by again sigma P0 Q0. So both the knots has to be replaced by 1. So P1 Q1 into sigma, here both 1 is there, so we will have to replace by naught. Okay, so P0 Q0 divided by sigma P0 means P1 we will have to write, Q1 means Q0 you will have to write. So changing your naught to 1 and 1 to naught, you will get your second part. Okay, so this is your formula for your P01 into P10. So that is equal to, now just substitute all your values, you will have it here, otherwise in your table it will be there. Okay, so sigma P1 Q0, that is your third value, 2900 divided by sigma P0 Q0, that is your first value, 2336 into sigma P1 Q1, that is 3490 divided by sigma P0 Q1. P0 Q1 is 2896 into, now your second part, sigma P0 Q1, that is your second value here, 2896 divided by sigma P1 Q1, that is your last value, 3490 into sigma P0 Q0, that is your first value, 2336 divided by Last one is sigma P1 Q naught, that is your third value, 2900, which is equal to, now just see, you can cancel 2900 and here one 2900. 3490 divided by here one more 3490. So you can cancel it. Same way 2896. Again one more 2896. And here 2336. In the denominator 2336. So everything will get cancelled. You will have your answer root 1. Root 1 is nothing but 1 itself. So that is what we will have to prove it. If you are getting equal to 1, then we can say that the time reversal test is satisfied. Therefore, time reversal test is satisfied. So this is the answer for your 19th question.